This is the Keyport Pivot. Now, I learned first about the Keyport Pivot back at SHOT Show 2023, and I've been using it ever since on my own keys. And this one's nice and clean in box, but I'm going to actually get out my own and kind of give you a walkthrough of how this works. So the Pivot is a pretty interesting system. It's all about organizing your gear and also giving you more options without adding bulk to your pockets. I think you'll see that with this. By default, the Pivot, when you order it, it just comes something like this. You might, depending on the package you purchase on their website, it might come with like their Mocha tool, which is one of their more popular kind of multi-tools. It's a really nice pry bar. It's got some wrenches, can opener, some of those things like that in there. And of course, you can immediately add all your keys to the Pivot. It's really quite clever. And the Pivot holds everything together so it doesn't come flying around on you, and you can easily access whatever you need. Stage it, whatever, for a key. That's my mailbox key, as it were, and whatever else you might need to get in there. That's really clever. But you can expand on this, and that's what I really like, is you can customize this however you want it. So let me set this aside. I have the Keyport Pivot, I think the 2.0. I have several tools in here. So I'm gonna kind of take you through and just show you what I choose to use, and I'm gonna show you some additional extra gadgetry that you could choose to upgrade it with if you want. Of course, this is the Mocha tool, which often comes with a lot of their sets when you buy them or when we ship it to you. And I really like this. It's a nice, it acts really well as a pry bar, as well as some other things in here. Some other things I've chosen to add in here, you can purchase from Keyport a little USB drive that's designed for this, but I just found one sitting around that was small enough that would fit. So I just drilled this little tiny hole so I could add it to my tool. So I like having a little USB drive on here for file storage. You can purchase a pen. Believe it or not, there's a little ballpoint pen that I keep in mind. So that's something I really like. Of course, I have a bunch of keys in here. And then two other tools, accessories that I really like. I like having their little pocket knife, their little Keyport knife. I don't know what they call it, can't remember. It's little tiny blades. It's probably like, I don't know, a little more than 2 inches, less than 3 inches certainly, and it folds right up there in my keys. It's not my primary go-to knife, but it is nice to have a key, a knife that's built into my keychain, and of course a flashlight. It's a nice administrative light. I really like this because I still carry my tactical light on me for tactical scenarios, but for administrative purposes, this flashlight is more than sufficient. It activates like so that's kind of its lowest setting. That's a brighter setting, and then if I really need a lot of light, that's serious. That's pretty good. It's not going to blind you or anything. Again, it's not a tactical light, but for administrative purposes, it's quite effective. And all that's built right into my keychain. I have one of their little lanyards, which you can get when you purchase any of these accessories to attach my key fob. So pretty simple, straightforward kind of concept. I just love how compact that is. I don't have keys poking me in the pocket anymore, and I have some extra tools on me, including, I have a pen, I have a little multi-tool, I have a knife, and I have a flashlight, all there on my keys. There's some other cool stuff you can get as well. They have this cool belt clip system. If this were interested, that's something you could order from their website. It kind of attaches in their little slide system. And you can stack various things like this in your system. So if you want to clip it on instead of just stick it in your pocket, you can do that. Of course, they have traditional lanyard deal, if that's more your style. They have this little mini I think they call it an S-beaner, but it's a little carabiner thing if you need to attach a lot of different key fobs or something to your keychain. This is an interesting tool. I have one of these, but I didn't put it into my keys because I just don't need it that often. But it's a SIM, they call it the SIM clip. And so if you're a person who needs to access your SIM card out of your cell phone, it requires one of those little tiny things. Well, instead of wasting paper clips, you could always have this if that was something that was necessary to you. They have this really cool thing. This is, they're partnered with POPL on this. This is a business card tool, so you can register your business card with this QR code, and it's also RFID, so you can actually pass your business card to somebody just by tapping the back of their phone with your keys, if you're into that. This is the flash tool, and the flash tool is really nice to have, also just kind of a multi-tool. It's got some nice things on it, and it can go right into there as well. So there's a lot of little accessories. You can go to Keyport and learn about all the things you can add to your Pivot.